Hello, my name's Julie Williams. I'm a registered migration agent with Migration Down Under, and I'm going to be talking to you about the latest Skills Select round. It's certainly the topic of conversation, with so many people keen and eager to migrate to Australia, but not certain on how. The pass mark to apply for an expression of interest for Skills Select is 65, yet in the latest round in September, the minimum requirement was 85 points, which almost seems unreachable for so many people. Yet the number continues to increase, and we're not quite sure how and why. With such a backlog and the reduction of places for this financial year, it is only going to become more difficult, and therefore a lot more people are sort of forced into employer-sponsored visas rather than independent, which doesn't make it any easier for those that are currently overseas. So those with the higher points are going to be the ones that are going to be gaining the invitations to lodge for permanent residency. Then again, we do see a lot that have been sitting there for quite some time. Because of the reduced number of invitations each month, it is becoming a lot more difficult to get that invitation, even if you've got a high score. So for example, the last two rounds, only 100 places were sent for 189. And that's not very much at all. And we're predicting that's going to occur again for the next month or two until the new regional visa is released on the 16th of November. And we'll see how that plays out with the Skills Select. Now, Skills Select, the invitation rounds are every month on the 11th of the month. And the occupations that are in demand are called pro rata, and there's limited spaces for those. Yet, we're saying that it's almost impossible with accountants, but accountants, there's still quite a large number being invited. But you do have to have, according to the latest round, 95 points. The occupation that has the biggest allocation of spaces is registered nurses. So registered nurses continue to be in demand and continue to be popular. But again, only 100 invitations across all occupations were sent out for September and August, and most likely, again, it's going to occur in October. With the state nomination, the 190 round, they are also falling in line with the Commonwealth and having invitations just once a month, whereas previously they used to do it ad hoc. So with those, New South Wales seems to are in the lead with that, with over 200 invitations that have been recently invited across all occupations, closely followed by the ACT with just over 100 invitations sent out, and then Victoria, and then all the others. Victoria was, if I remember correctly, in the 90s. So after that, it's all less than 100 invitations for each state. And don't forget that each state does have their own skilled occupation list and their own requirements and caveats to be invited. So, where are we going from here is the big question on everyone's mind. And as I said, with the reduction of numbers and the increase in points, the competition is going to remain. From the 16th of November, there's going to be a change to the points where people that are single are going to get an additional 10 points. Those that are married or de facto and have a spouse that is in skilled occupation, they will also get another 10 points. But their spouse, if they do have competent English, will gain a further 5. Now, when it comes to the 16th of November, the EOIs are automatically going to be updated as far as single and married status single status is concerned. We're still yet to determine on how all other applications that are pending already in the pipeline are going to be updated. I think you're possibly going to have to manually update if you've got a spouse with a skilled occupation. But those that are single, that have stated they're single, that have already submitted their EOI, prior to the 16th of November, their expression of interest will automatically be updated. But don't think that that's going to jump you ahead of the queue, because they are still processing applications in order of receipt. So if you lodged yours in March and you've just lodged yours in August, and the March person has got the same level of points, then the March person is going to receive that invitation before yourselves in August. So stay tuned. If you do want to keep updated with our information on the Skills Select, you can register through our YouTube channel or subscribe to our newsletter. We also have regular webinars on a fortnightly basis, not necessarily all to do with skilled migration. It may be family migration, it may be employer sponsored as well, that you could be interested in. So we look forward to assisting you further in being able to help you with your end goal and dream of migrating to Australia.